Hello, I'm Damon Bailey from Ielts Whiz. In this video, we will help you get a greater understanding of the Ielts test format. We will also look more closely at the two different tests you can take and the main differences between the Ielts Academic and the Ielts General Training tests.
So let's take a closer look at the Ielts test format. There are two versions of the Ielts test. The Ielts Academic test is good for people who want to study in university. The Ielts General Training test is good for people who want to work in or emigrate to an English-speaking country. For both of these tests, the listening and speaking components are the same. It is only the reading and writing components that are different. The first three parts of the test are all taken on one day, and they're taken in this order: listening, reading, writing, and then speaking. You may take the speaking test on the same day or 7 days before or after you do the other sections. This will depend on the country you are taking the test in. It's important to be able to understand different accents because during the listening test, you may hear a variety of different accents from native speakers of English. This can include people from America, the United Kingdom, New Zealand, or Australia. All standard varieties of English are accepted in responses in all parts of the test. It is acceptable to use both British and American grammar, spelling, and vocabulary, but it is recommended to use one and stick to it. The Ielts Academic test measures knowledge of the English language required for use in an academic or higher learning environment, like a university. The tasks and tests are able to be completed by everyone, regardless of the specific field of study they wish to enter into. The Ielts General Training test measures knowledge of the English language in a normal everyday situation. The tasks and tests are reflective of interactions you may find in a social setting or in the workplace. These are situations that may occur at work or in a real-life situation. The Ielts Academic and General Training listening tests takes 30 minutes. Plus, you're given an extra 10 minutes to transfer your answers to an answer sheet at the end of the listening test. Both the Academic and General Training listening tests have 4 sections, so you will hear 4 recorded monologues and conversations with either one person or multiple people speaking. The Ielts Academic reading test takes 60 minutes, and during this you will read 3 long reading passages with tasks. The text you read may range from descriptive and factual to the discursive and analytical. Some of the reading material that is included is non-verbal material, such as diagrams, graphs, or illustrations. The texts you read are authentic or real and have been taken from books, journals, and newspapers. The Ielts General Training reading test takes 60 minutes, and you will read 3 reading passages with tasks. Section 1 of the test contains 2 or 3 short factual texts. Section 2 contains 2 short work-related factual texts. And Section 3 contains 1 longer text on a topic of general interest. Texts are authentic and have been taken from company handbooks, official documents, books, and newspapers. The Ielts Academic Writing test takes 60 minutes, and there are 2 tasks. During Task 1, you need to write at least 150 words, and you must summarize, describe, or explain a table, graph, chart, or diagram. Task 2 is a short essay task of at least 250 words, where you will often need to give your opinion on a certain topic. The Ielts General Training Writing test takes 60 minutes as well, and there are 2 tasks. Task 1 is a letter writing task of at least 150 words, and Task 2 is a short essay task of at least 250 words. The speaking test takes 11 to 14 minutes and consists of a face-to-face interview with an examiner. The test includes short questions, speaking at length about a familiar topic, and a structured discussion. The listening and speaking components are the same for both the academic and general training versions. Once you're confident you'll be able to reach your required band score, you can book the test on either the British Council or IDP websites using the link below. If you want to make sure that you achieve the band score you need, you should first make sure you understand the Ielts test and you practice all 4 skills involved in the test. It is also a good idea to get one-on-one personal tuition before you take the test to make sure you're completing all of the tasks correctly.
So that's an overview of the Ielts test format. In the next 4 videos, we're going to be looking at the 4 individual skills that make up the Ielts test: reading, writing, speaking, and listening. We will look at exactly what happens during the test and how each of these skills is assessed. If you would like any further information, please check out our website at ieltswiz.com, and I look forward to seeing you again in upcoming videos.